So the Marine Corps Marathon for me this year was a way different event than any of the previous 9 years I have run this race. When I first got into running, I started at 5Ks and 10Ks, moved on to half marathons, run a ton of those, branched out into marathons, and to me, they were the pinnacle of the longest distance you could run, because I hadn't even heard of ultra marathons yet. And then I found, ultra running books and read those, and they inspired me to push beyond my limits, which I thought were capped at the marathon distance. But the Marine Corps Marathon is close to home. I come from a family of military Marines, so this race is very special to me, and especially this year with my father passing. He was a Marine, a really good friend I grew up with, passed last year, or 2 years ago now, passed away. He was also a Marine, and I live in the environment of the Marine Corps in this area in Northern Virginia, and it's just an extremely special thing to me to participate in this race.
I have run the 50K. That was the last race I've done here, but it was virtual during COVID. So, all right, let's go. Man, it's a lot of people here.
UPS, they're going to take all your items in place.
Now is one of today's runners who is here with you this morning, striving to earn her
National anthem done.
medal here at the 50th Marine Corps Marathon.
Sprinting around this whole place trying to find water to fill my water bottle up.
As we
Fail.
retire the colors.
Here we go.
Presents
Sergeant Major Ruiz started the race, and we have 15 seconds until race time. Are you ready? The countdown has begun. You will cross the line of departure in just a few minutes. Prepare to execute your mission. And so, after a half century of running with the Marines, we've arrived for our landmark 50th Marine Corps Marathon. It began as a must-do. It became a can-do, and today it is a will-do. At this time, we would like to welcome the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Eric Smith.
Hey, good morning, runners. It is a great day to run the Marine Corps Marathon, the People's Marathon. Today is all about you. It's all about you getting across the goal line. It's all about you getting across the finish line and all your hard work coming to pay off. So thanks for being out here to run in our nation's capital, to run in your marathon, the People's Marathon. It is truly great to see all of you out here. I wish you well on the course. Please have a safe marathon. Give it your best. Do what Marines do. Finish.
Getting ready to get
strong.
passed by about
Proud of all of you.
25,000
Thanks
people.
for being out here. Hoorah.
It's going to be fun. Hoorah.
And you're off.
There we go. All right, clock started.
Ran this year, training for a 100-miler, and obviously those miles are much slower than a marathon, so I was definitely going to be pushing myself a little bit faster and trying to see how long I can keep the wheels on. But I was excited. The experience was so much different because this was, I believe, like almost 10 years since I've run an official marathon, and this was my 10th. So now I'm going to get the 10-year patch. I've had the 5-year patch like 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. So it's been a while, and I've been looking forward to this day where I reached my 10th and that milestone. This year seemed way more crowded than any previous year I've run this race. I mean, it's never sparse. It's always crowded, but this year seemed to have a lot more race participants. I think it was the largest field they'd ever had in the 50 years. But there's also a lot of spectators, and the spectators are what you get that energy from, and that was awesome. I mean, just running down the roads, and again, it's been so long. I haven't seen this because in trail running, you don't really see this too often. There's not a whole lot of spectators out there cheering you on, so you got to kind of muster up the adrenaline and the excitement yourself to keep going. But I did love, and I kind of forgot about the energy that you pull from the crowd through times where
Around 40 minutes.
you want to slow down or maybe walk. I mean, just the crowd, you either it's the shame that keeps you from doing it, or it's just the energy you're pulling from the crowd, and it's so much fun. And I couldn't help but run and look at the people around me and the different types of people and what they've gone through to get to that day. Some of us were just out there running it out, having fun, and we've done it a whole bunch, and it's no longer about can we do it. It's just about doing it and enjoying the process and the journey of that day. And a lot of people, what I like seeing is people, it's their first time. This is their first time experiencing what they're made of, pushing themselves way beyond their comfort zone. And to me, that embodies running to me. I love when people finally open their eyes to how strong they actually are, how much they can actually accomplish if they just push through a little bit of pain and then a lot of pain, and what's on the other side of that, not only for you, for your mental health, but your physical health and just what you can achieve in life. It just opens so many more doors. I know running has changed my life. I definitely don't think I'd be where I'm at right now if it was not for running and the confidence that it can get you from accomplishing these things that you never thought you could do. But this race was the start of that for me. The Marine Corps Marathon is the only marathon I've ever run, road marathon, official road marathon. I've run, I think, like 28 ultra marathons, and now I have 10 marathons under my belt. And I am so grateful and feel so blessed to still have the body I have to continue to do this and to keep moving, because ultimately that's what it's about. Put one foot in front of the other.
Tons of energy. Seems like a lot more people out here than years past. Not just in the race, but like watching, so that's cool. Beautiful weather. Still nice and cool. Let's keep going. All right, 9 miles. 15K, hour, 35 minutes. My watch is measuring about half a mile further along. Let's go!
Now, when you're running this race, looking up and seeing these historic places and monuments, it's not lost on me anymore. I've seen them. I've worked in D.C. for years, early in my career, and I've been there so much growing up around this area. But I still look up and am in awe when I see the Jefferson Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, the MLK Memorial, Washington Monument, the Capitol Building, just the Pentagon. You see all of these things, Arlington Cemetery, looking around you, like all of these people coming from all over the world, converging on this place to challenge themselves to do something. But then you think about all the people who came before us and stood all of this up. And then now we're running through it, enjoying the day, supported by thousands of people. It's just an amazing feeling.
All right, just past mile 16. We're by the Washington Monument. Making our way through the mall. down by the Capitol building, and then back around to the 14th Street Bridge to cross over into Crystal City.
Getting through the beginning stages of this race, the first half marathon, when you get past the Blue Mile, which I did not film just out of respect. That's the mile, just nothing but signs of military folks who have passed away, and it's a humbling thing to do. You're silent during that, so I don't film that, and it takes you out to this little peninsula area, and then you head back in to head into the city, where you go out into the mall in Washington, and it is just packed with people screaming and music and bands. I love this part when you're running down to the Capitol building and turning around in front of the Capitol building. A little ironic they're out there doing what we're doing and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, but that's another video. And then when you finish all that and you cut up the 14th Street Bridge, which is a milestone, that's usually right around the 3 to 4 hour mark for most people. Obviously, some people are getting there after that, and that's usually when people really start to struggle. A bridge is always kind of a death march.
All right, about halfway over the 14th Street Bridge, left DC, going into Virginia, into Crystal City. About 20.3 miles, 3 hours, 40 minutes. Wasn't going for the speedy one today, but it's been fun. A lot of energy, great vibe going out here today. Love it. Perfect weather. Absolutely gorgeous. Almost mile 22, we're at the Pentagon. Still moving. Alright, we all just passed the little loop there at the Pentagon parking lot. 22 miles. 4 hours. Obviously not fantastic, but a hell of a lot better than I thought. Just haven't run this hard for this long in ultras, other than 50Ks. So let's get it done. Now we're entering Crystal City.
And then you come down into Crystal City, and it is a tight road, packed on both sides with music and bands and people screaming, and you want to walk. Like, you just want to kind of like, okay, let me take this all in. No, you got so much energy, you got to keep running. And it is so much fun. And there used to be people with beer shots and alcohol, and it's like a big party for 4 miles running through that city. And it's so much fun. And when you're done with it, you're basically done. I think you're within 1 or 2 miles of the finish, and you're just you're drinking all that in, you're looking back at the past day, and then you can start to hear the announcements from the finish line, and it's such a beautiful thing. It's such an awesome thing. You know, I love looking around me, and I can see people who've struggled for the day, you know, tears, injuries, people who've obviously pushed through a lot of pain, and that's something that I notice, you know, running ultra marathons and running, and especially distance running in general. You put yourself through a lot of pain. I saw some people putting themselves through pain that I highly respect, because if you've been there, if you've been really hurt and had to push for hours and hours, it's a special kind of place you go to, and I see that in that final couple miles, and it's amazing. You know, so you can see people who ran and just left it all out there. Now they're just limping it in. They've hurt themselves, but they're gonna finish, and there's probably a disappointment, but they're also proud that they can push through it. I know what they're taking away from this. They're gonna probably be disappointed that their day didn't go the way they thought it would, but I know that's just another building block in the foundation of a mentally strong person, and I have nothing but respect for everyone who pushed through whatever it is they were battling that day, or days leading up to that, and finished it and got it done. Mission accomplished. Gotta love it.
The big ass hill at the end.
All right, there it is. Mission accomplished for you. What a great race today. What a great day. You set out with a mission and mission accomplished. Never given, always earned. You put in the work to get here today and finish the 50th Marine Corps Marathon. All right, Team Grayson. Great run today. Hands up in the air as you cross that finish line. You are looking strong.
And there's Lakeshi Durr. We got this. Release the demons. Blanca Cornejo and Megan Burns. Caitlin Young, where are you? We are proud of you. Great finish. We're over here, Caitlin. Jimmy Wagner and Whitney Fields, how you doing? We're proud to have you as a part of the family. You did it.
Are you guys sisters? Are you two sisters in the pink tops?
Here we go.
Yes. Way to go, girls. We love you. We're so proud of you. Here comes Emma. Here comes Ryan. Way to go, Alyssa and Maggie Jones. Great run today. You guys are looking good as you cross that finish line.
I heard y'all had the best medals down here is what they said, so I'll go all the way to the end. There we go.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Number 10 in the books. And we finished like we started, in a big CF crowd.
Spicy one?
Still moving.
Like the mango spice? Or what is it?
The mega choice.
Yeah.
I think it's taking about 1/3 the time of the marathon to get
And the guy said,
through this.
cold water.
Now, after these races, it is such a CF out there. So many people. And I really don't know what they can do to help that. I think this year, the way they had the logistics with handing out the bags and stuff on one side and the bag on the other with like the bananas and the water and all that stuff, it was too tight for that many people to kind of go through. And I'm sure if the beginning finishers, the elite finishers didn't experience this, but those, once you start getting to like the 4 hour to like 5.5 hour, you're going to have a lot more people, and it did not handle it well, and it was packed, but it is what it is. I didn't go into this in the video because the Roslyn metro station shut down, and I spent about 2 hours trying to get out of the city. That's my only complaint, was the crowding and the amount of people who came to watch that really hindered the runners to get out of there. We couldn't even hardly get through the fence at the head, like the finishers village there, where you're trying to get out to get to the metro. You couldn't even get there because there were so many people waiting on their people. It was hard to cut through the crowd. The metro stations being down, the communications was hard to get to because all of the cell phones were not connecting. It was a rough time. It was a rough time there at the end, but you know what? Years of adversity. This had me buckle down. I had to power hike a good mile up to the next metro station, hop on, and then soon after the race, it was about 2 hours after the race, I was on my way back to the next Franconia Springfield metro station to get to my car to drive about a half hour or so home. It was a good day. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of that medal right there and what it signifies, and all of the medals you can't see. All the years, 10 years, a decade worth of Marine Corps marathons for me. And I think about everything I dreamed about before achieving all of this. what it took to even get to the start of doing this stuff. This means a lot to me. This means a lot to me. It's not the medals, it's not the participation medals, it's the work that went into earning all of this means the world to me. All of these medals that I have laid out right now, because I took them down on my wall, off my wall, JFK 50s, ultra marathons, 17.75K, right? I mean, all of these signify determination, discipline, and belief in myself, and they changed my life. And that's what those signify to me. I don't look at them as being braggadocious or some signifying that I've accomplished something. All of what this means, this is an outward symbol of what has happened on the inside of me through the last 20 years of running. And this is what I want for people. That's why I have this channel. I want other people to experience this. I want people to change their life. I want people to understand you can do this. You can push yourself way farther than you think you can. And that's my biggest advice to people when they say, I could never do that. I couldn't stand that. I couldn't do that. I'm always like, you can do way more than you think you can. Believe me, I hated running growing up. I was a sprinter. Distance running was not my thing. And a lot of people just don't want to do it, and I get that. But I promise you, if you aspire to do something, achieve that goal, push yourself through pain and adversity, it's going to change your life. It will, I promise you. All right, that's it. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching. And what's on the horizon for me in running? Well, that's going to be another video. I'll talk to you soon. And if you're interested in seeing 100-mile races, ultramarathon races, I got plenty of those on this channel. If this is the first time seeing me, go check those out. Then you can see what those are all about. Take care.